passion of design thinking and intrinsic motivation in our programs, our students also develop their passion for engineering and discover their purpose to make better things and to make things better for the society. Shortly after this, Peng Han, my deputy principal, will elaborate further as he takes you through our journey of progression and transformation with CDIO in his speech. Our theme for these 3-day programs is Advancing CDIO. Our SP lecturers will share their first-hand experiences on curriculum design and delivery with CDIO standards and principles. For example, how to design active learning in engineering classes, how to innovate.
Imagine Asia's human capital empowered by education and technology, and lives are improved with better healthcare services. Imagine a region with great leaders and strong institutions, and generations of Asians working as one, helping each other in times of need.
I will be putting together proposals on how we can implement what we have learned here.
Here, I have learned how to build a sustainable education system by focusing on fundamental principles such as rebranding oneself, establishing close linkage with the industry, and changing public perceptions.
This learning will be very beneficial for my professional development.
I appreciate our concern for innovation, the management of change, all these many concerns that we carry as leaders in the university. It has helped to know that we carry them together.
We will translate the training materials into Mongolian and implement training activities in our organizations.
What impressed me most was how different teaching approaches were applying to the teaching process.
I'm already confident that I will recharge my energy within 3 months of staying in Singapore, go back to Bhutan with more confidence.
I want to build up contacts in Asia because this is the region to be in now.
Exchanges, and this is how we used to network.
Through this program, we have learned many useful solutions.
Thailand, Vietnam, and Bhutan. Is that all? Anybody? Okay, welcome to Singapore. A lot of you are professors, so I feel very nervous here. I hope you're not assessing my sharing. Don't give me an A or a B, please. Worse, don't give me a C or a D. You saw the video already on Temasek Foundation, so I'm not going to share too much. I
just to say a few things. I think many of you may know the name of Temasek already, right? Temasek is an investment company owned by the Singapore government that invests in various opportunities in your respective countries and communities like banking, energy, telecommunications. And because Temasek has made profits from Asia, it decided to contribute to Asia, but not to charity, but to capacity building and to bringing people together to network and learn together. So this is the idea that eventually led to the establishment of the Temasek Foundation 8 years ago, 2007. So you saw the video where 8 years, we have many programs, almost 300 programs now, over the years. Every year around 40 programs. 25% of our funding goes into technical and vocational education or literature. I cannot, right? So I can understand that. Some of our youth, some of our young people, and also into adulthood, prefer the technical or vocational route, where you learn technological aspects of life, of science, of mathematics, or vocational aspects. And in Singapore alone, I think the number is around 60% of our students go to technical or vocational education in their middle school and secondary school, after their secondary school. So what happens is that not everyone goes through the university education, academic university education, but a lot of them go through technological or technical university education. So that's why we are very interested in this area. So in response to demand, Temasek Foundation decided to focus in this area. Also, you know that technical and vocational education leads more quickly to jobs. I'm sure, and without any disrespect meant to the arts graduates, graduates in literature, graduates in mechanical engineering tend to find jobs in most of our countries and communities much easier than a graduate in literature. I mean, this is how it is because of development. But as life progresses, obviously there is a place for people who graduate in literature and arts and social sciences. So that's why we are focusing on technical and vocational education. Why the Temasek Foundation is doing this, you may ask. Okay, so we're contributing to development in Asia, but why? What's our fundamental basis? What's our fundamental thinking? The idea is this: if all of us get together, learn together, exchange, and learn from each other, there's a high chance that Asia will develop together, in tandem with each other, more communication, more networking, more exchange, more collaboration, less envy. Now, it's not easy to see countries, if you're in a certain region, it's not easy to see your neighboring country or another country somewhere far away, within the region, but not that near, but it's not easy to see your neighbors prosper and you don't, and the prospering neighbor also doesn't want that, right? I mean, those of you, China is a good example. The east coast of China is well developed, but the inner parts of China, the government is giving much more attention to it because they want more balanced development. So this is the idea for Asia too, because if all of us grow together, learn from each other, we progress together, and there'll be more exchange. I don't think Singapore has a monopoly on ideas. Definitely, we're a small country, we don't. But perhaps we have some things that we can offer and share. But let me tell you a secret in these 3 days. The Singapore Polytechnic team will learn as much from you as you learn from them. They will not admit it to me or to you, but that's what will happen. And that's the
using a very, very popular textbook is any student can find the solution manual to that textbook. And consequently, thousands of views and downloads of those solution manuals from all sorts of different websites. Now, another thing that has happened, and I'm going to take you on a bit of a historical journey. This is a lab report this is my lab book from undergrad. And this is what a lab report looked like when I went through it. I'm sure some of you remember lab reports that looked like that. Handwritten tables that were handwritten. You had to do all the calculations with the calculator by hand. The plots you had to do by hand, so you need to know how to scale the axis. You would quickly learn if a plot had a nonlinearity when it would start to break. All kinds of information was coming out of that. And I'll be honest, sometimes I had reports from students from previous years that I would refer to. Not always, but sometimes I did. And we referred to that as being road mapping. So essentially, there was one report submitted per student. We spent about 3 hours in the lab when we were doing these experiments. It took about 6 to 9 hours to generate those pages that I just showed you. Hand calculations, hand plotting, strong diffusional learning if you were using a roadmap, even more learning if you're developing it from scratch on your own. Now we look at what's happening today. This is how road mapping is done. And one report, what we've done, we put 5 students in a group with developing sequence skills. So you guys can work as a team and submit a report. 3-hour lab, that hasn't changed. One section to copy. It doesn't take that long to modify the Excel files, change the names, compute in less than 1 hour. There's very weak visual knowledge gained. I think that's why the ASME survey, one of the ones that was low, was experimental inquiry. Because you're not really doing the experiments. You're strictly laboratory experiments and compromised by the technology. So that's student behavior. Are these behaviors negatively impacting learning outcomes in areas as observed?
Sorry about the speaker. You go to the YouTube and have a look at the videos. Sounds better. Sorry about that.
So basically, you know, now we actually are more students are actually more hands-on also, right? So now we actually have more class time also, so more hands-on activity and discuss in group. So we think I visited one of the class before, and they are very noisy and really discussing, you know, the world and all this. So it become like active learning and they are group. Because I think for this group of people to sit down and listen to the lecturer, they can't really absorb that much. So now they're actually learning from each other, which we find that very good for them. Yeah.
We bring Christopher come and share with us time. We do it with his students. We want to know more about him. He came and share with us. We learn a lot from him.
Okay, so now I go back to Mark to share our fluid learning journey, exactly what we have done for our team.
Yeah, before we do that, one thing I forgot to do. This is the one. Sorry. I should put it up at the first place. First thing in the morning. What is our expectations for today's fifth classroom sharing? What's the expectation? Which one?